Just the other day, I was sitting in a salon getting my hair done. And as I was in the chair, my cell phone rang. It was my mother calling to tell me that I had left my wallet in her car. I checked my purse. Sure enough, my wallet wasn't there. I thought it was there, but it was in my mother's car. And so this was a problem because I literally was minutes away from having to pay this lady. She was almost done, and I was minutes away from having to pay this lady for my hair. And I didn't want to tell her or ask her to come back and pay her because I wouldn't have been able to catch up with my mom until much later that night. And people after spending hours, they want to get paid right away. And I don't know if we have that kind of relationship where I felt comfortable enough doing that. And so I'm sitting there, trying to think of solutions. We talked about an online bank transfer. Well, she banks with another bank. It was a Saturday, which meant she would not have gotten her money, her funds, or her payment rather, until the following week. And so, I'm sitting there again. Okay, well, how else could I pay this lady? How else could I pay this lady? And as I'm thinking, trying to find some solution, I found myself frustrated. Why? Because sitting in the palm of my hand was this. It was my cell phone. And anywhere in the world, the US, Europe, Canada, Asia, Africa, the first thought would have been, hey, let me send you a payment to your digital wallet because billions of people around the world are using digital wallets. So today we're going to talk about digital wallets. We're going to talk about what they are, how they work, and how they make transacting easier here in the Bahamas. So, what is a digital wallet? A digital wallet is this on this. This is my physical wallet. It's a little beat up and needs to be changed, but it holds all of the different methods of payment that I use. So it has all of my debit cards. It has my credit cards. I even have in here. I even have a John's gift card that my colleagues, my former colleagues, where I used to work at the central bank, gave me before leaving. And so I'm able to hold and store all of the methods of payment, including cash. I barely carry cash, so there's only $1 in here. But I'm able to store all of the methods of payment that I use. Similarly, with a digital wallet is an app that I have on my mobile device. So it's a mobile app, or it can be a web app where you access it via an internet browser like Google Chrome, Safari. You would have the website and you would log in and access your digital wallet. And so this app is an extremely secure app, and it holds the different methods of payments that I have, my debit cards, credit cards, even gift cards if I wanted to, depending on the app and the feature that it has. And so it is convenient, extremely convenient, because I don't have to walk around with this because we don't go anywhere without this. But we sometimes leave this behind, and so the payments are instant. So I can send money from my digital wallet to anyone, to any individual or business that has a digital wallet, and it's instant. There's no 2 to 3 days. There's no hold up on the funds. Just like really sending a text message, I can send money instantly just like that. And so there are a number of really popular digital wallets around the world. There's Apple Pay, there's Google Pay, there's Cash App, there's Zelle, and there's one that a lot of us, those of us who are digital wallet users, have is PayPal. PayPal is a digital wallet where you have your debit card information and your payment, your digital payment method stored, and you don't have to, when you're shopping online, you don't have to, take out your debit or credit card every time because it's in your digital wallet. But here's the thing, though: a lot of those global digital wallet companies They're not licensed companies over here. They don't have relationships with our local financial institutions. And so oftentimes, those digital wallets either don't work here or the features are limited. So some maybe you could send and transact, but maybe you can't move to your bank account because it's a local bank account. But the good news here, guys. Good news is that here in the Bahamas, we have our own digital wallet providers, and they are connected with our local financial institutions. They do have relationships with local businesses that we do business with. And so transacting is so much easier. And so on today's show, I've brought in about five of the digital wallet providers here in the country. And so throughout our coaching session today, you'll see some of them popping in to share information on their wallets and their company. But I do have full interviews with them that I'm going to be posting it on the YouTube channel. So be sure to look out for those. But first, we have MoneyMax. MoneyMax used to be in Alive stores. So MoneyMax is what's called an MTB, a money transmission business. And so they do Western Union, they do bill payments, and they used to be in Alive stores, but now they have their own, and they're opening up their own standalone stores. They have their own standalone locations. And so I had a really good sit down with MoneyMax. There's a quick clip of that interview with them. The stores, they offer bill payments, Western Union. Now, let's talk about how you sort of developed or evolved into being able to offer a digital wallet.
The phone is such an important tool nowadays where you should be able to do every single thing from your phone. You shouldn't have to come out of your house to do anything anymore. You see it in the banks nowadays, they're pushing you to do online banking. So this is where the world, we're going towards just having everything done in the palm of your hands. And we just wanted to be those persons to help you make it easier. We wanted you to be able to pay a BPL, know in real time what your K Bahamas bill would be. Being able to top up a friend who might need to call their family for some assistance, maybe the tire flat or whatever have you, they can't reach out. Maybe you could just top them up from your phone from these apps. Maybe the person needs some lunch. They don't have no cash, they don't have no credit card. You could send money to them. And if the lunch vendor is enabled to take on payments from the companies that the companies that have merchant services, then the person is able to just pay lunch without having cash. They just could do it right from their phone. And you see it every day when you go in the States or any other country. You'll see persons use their phone with Apple Pay. They'll just they'll tap the machine with their phone, and you think that's the coolest thing. And you'll be like, well, why we don't do it home? We have it. It's just persons, they need to educate them. Let's look back years ago where it was just cash. Debit and credit cards weren't a thing. This is probably the same resistance we had at that time. Now that was before my time, but I assure you, I don't have to be there to know that mom and dad probably didn't trust credit cards. They didn't trust how could a plastic be able to purchase something I normally was using cash. So it's nothing. This kind of feedback isn't something new. We just have to educate. Now everyone have a debit card. Now everyone have a credit card. Even children who off to school have a little debit card underage. They have cards they could use. So it's just a matter of time when it starts to catch on. I believe it's already caught on, but we still have to educate them. We need to tell them about our service, and that's a part of the reason why. And I thank you for having myself and other companies. Thank you for having us here because there is a need to educate persons on our services. They need to know that these services are available, how we could help them, let them determine what's the best way, the most convenient way, and secure way to do business in the Bahamas.
So Kiendo talked about the resistance that's happening here in the Bahamas. Digital wallets usage is growing. There are more and more wallets being downloaded. But in terms of widespread usage, like you're seeing in other countries, that's not the case here. One of the reasons why a lot of Bahamians are sort of resistant, I think digital in general, Bahamians, we're afraid. A lot of us are afraid of digital. But I think the security and the safety aspect, we're scared. Our funds are in this space. I don't know, who can, if I have physical cash, that's on me. Where's my wallet? Somebody gotta, beat me up to get this. Um, and so I want to talk a little bit about the safety and security of digital wallets. I want to have someone come in and really speak to the safety of digital wallets from a really global, broad standpoint. I found the perfect person. Her name is Onika Russell, and she's been living here in the Bahamas for the past few years. But she's been in the digital payment space for over 20 years, and many of those years were spent working at, guess where? PayPal. And so I love that she has this global perspective, and then she also has a local perspective on our digital wallets locally. And so, speaking with her was super insightful. So, in speaking of sort of the security aspect of these wallets, what do you say to people who are concerned about the safety of digital wallets? Are digital wallets safe to use?
Digital wallets have come a long way, and they are, in most cases, heavily regulated and licensed. They are a licensed financial instrument, and in many cases, they have to undergo the same types of due diligence and meet the same conditions as our commercial banks, because our regulators recognize that there needs to be safety, and there also needs to be alongside safety, a level of transparency also from financial reporting, from anti-money laundering, and that type of thing. So, your funds are going to be as safe as they are in any bank in that country.
Mm-hmm.
And you can lose your license. I've been part of on the receiving end of audits, in my career, and they're very stringent. The application process is also very, very strict, and I keep abreast of the digital regulation that comes out for Europe, for the UK, for the Americas, and of course I spent the last almost 3 years here in the Bahamas. License holders, they're all bound to the same conditions, and I've looked at them on many occasions. I look at as I follow the updates, and they're rigorous. There is, in fact, because of the technology and the new technology that they're built on, I would say that wallets currently are probably held to some very and more stricter standards, or responsible for adopting the most strict standards worldwide, even before commercial banks. Commercial banks are generally given a longer runway to adopt because they have such legacy systems and a lot of architectural debt. But the leading wallets around the world, and I can I use at least 4 here, right? Because I either through the course of my work, or just through my sheer curiosity as a payments expert, I like to understand how they operate, and I'm probably quite a nuisance actually, because I send emails all the time saying, "What's this?" and what are you going to do about that? And but I'm a friendly nuisance because I really want to see the best. I see so much functionality with the wallets here. I use them for lots of different things. My daughter's goes up on a trip, and you don't want them to take cash, and I go and get a prepaid card, and I can load up a wallet, or my folks are coming over, and so I use them in lots of different ways, and that's what I've always said. Wallets came in because you needed choice, and always remember, even as a consumer, have options. Don't be
Yes.
reliant on one product. Don't only work with necessarily one wallet provider, one bank, or just cash. We need resilience ourselves. My daughter wanted Dairy Queen the other night, and we went down there and they said, sorry, machines aren't working. I've always got a little cash in the car, or a note somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll never know when you need to fall back on something. I've just
Right.
mentioned different circumstances where I would never give my daughter my debit card or the PIN to certain, or to my financial instruments, but I can have a wallet that issues me a prepaid card that I can load for her to go away on her track meet, and I can monitor and check her usage. And if she says, "Oh, mom, I've lost my purse," I can stop that card immediately. And
Right.
even with the same wallet, I can send money to her coach, who can then give her in cash. So it's understanding the choice the wallet gives you. We're not beholden to any one institution or one service. And I think as consumers, we need to remember that. In the same way we shop around for other products, we should also shop around for our financial services.
The digital wallet providers here in the Bahamas and that are part of the show, they are licensed and regulated by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. I was very surprised that a lot of people aren't aware of what the central bank does, and one of the responsibilities of the central bank is to oversee financial institutions. So the commercial banks, the MTBs that I talked about, money transmission, transfer businesses, and payment service providers, PSPs, which some of these digital wallet providers are. And so these digital wallet providers, in order to get licensed by the Central Bank of the Bahamas, they have to undergo cybersecurity assessments. And so I wanted to have one of the wallet providers talk about what they do from a security measures standpoint, ensuring that your wallet is safe. And so I brought on SunCash. SunCash is one of the leading wallet providers here in the country. They have a very large share of the market. And so Lori Russell from SunCash came on, and she shared a bit about how they keep your money safe in the SunCash wallet. How secure is this app? What do you have in place to ensure our money don't go missing?
So, of course, we have the standard 4-digit PIN, which you can set to secure your app. But we also go further where if you lose your PIN or you try to access your account, you have to use two-factor authentication. We would send an OTP, which persons may know as a one-time passcode, which is only valid for 2 minutes, so that you can get into the account. Also, you cannot have more than one SunCash wallet on a device. So if you already have a SunCash wallet, somebody else cannot try to sign into your SunCash wallet on their phone. It's locked to one device. We ensure that the security is our priority for our customers and that nothing goes missing, and there's no way for persons to just haphazardly get into your account or guess your PIN. Also, there's a number of attempts. If you try to attempt to unlock an account or try to access an account a number of times, the account is automatically locked, where you would then have to reach out to our customer support. They are going to ask you a few KYC or a few questions, security questions, to ensure it is you who's trying to access your own account, and before it's unlocked and you get that OTP sent to your secured email address or phone number.
If you want to send money using your digital wallet, you need to have money in your digital wallet. Typically, with the wallets here, they allow you to hold two types of currencies. And when I say currencies, digital currencies, I'm really, a lot of times we think, when we hear digital currencies, we think crypto or Bitcoin, but those are digital currencies. But there are different types of digital currencies. Digital currency is just a broad term for money in digital form. And so typically with these local wallets, you can hold two types of digital currencies. One is a digital currency that's issued by the wallet provider. And so let's take Canoe, for example. Canoe has their Canoe Cash. And so when you load your wallet, you can have Canoe Cash in your wallet. And so you can have the currency that's issued by the digital wallet provider. The second type of currency, digital currency you can have, is the SandDollar. Some of you may or may not have heard of the SandDollar. So remember earlier I talked about how the central bank is responsible for regulating and monitoring and overseeing all of the commercial banks and our financial institutions. Well, the central bank also has another responsibility. They have a few, but another key one is issuing the country's currency. The central bank, that same dollar that I would have showed you earlier in my wallet, the central bank issues these as well as coins. They issue our physical cash and coins to the commercial banks, and then the commercial banks issue those physical cash and coins that they get from the central bank. They issue those to their customers either via the ATM or over the counter. Now, many of you would know if you live on the Family Islands or if you've just been keeping up with our local news, you would know that many of our commercial banks have closed their branches in the Family Islands. And so it's very challenging accessing cash that the central bank issues, accessing that on the Family Islands.
Residents on the island of Andros express concerns over the lack of access to ATM machines. Residents from North Andros tell us that this has been an inconvenience, causing them to sometimes drive for hours just to conduct a simple transaction.
There's one ATM on the entire island, and it's only replenished 3 times a week. Persons drive 70 plus miles from the furthest point on the island to get there, and at gas being almost $8 in some places, it's a real expense to get cash. And then when you reach, there's no money left because everybody, especially around payday, everybody's trying to get there to get cash. It's ridiculous.
It's really, really an unfortunate situation of what's happening in the Family Islands, where people have to give their debit cards. Those who have a bank account have to give their debit cards to strangers who are headed over to Nassau, headed over to Freeport, to just for them to be able to take the money off and bring the money back to them. And no one should have to do that. The central bank now issues a digital version of our dollar, so that in the absence of a bank where you can go and get physical cash, you can still transact using your digital wallet. You can transact using SandDollars, that digital currency, that central bank digital currency that's in your digital wallet.
The central bank is also responsible for issuing all the notes and coins that you have in your purse. So the security that you have in that tangible asset within your purse, you can have the same security and faith in that digital currency that you hold in a wallet. So, there's no talk of the SandDollar going down, or fluctuating. It's equivalent to the fiat of that country.
A key, really important aspect of SandDollar that's really needed to make digital wallet payments efficient here in the Bahamas is a term called interoperability. That's our word of the day, interoperability. So with the digital currency that's issued by the wallet provider, that currency can only work in that wallet. And so, for example, Canoe Cash, for example, can only go into a Canoe wallet. So if I'm sending you money and I want to send Canoe Cash, you would have to have a Canoe digital wallet. With SandDollar being the digital version of our money, Cash does not care what type of wallet it sits in. This could be an old beat up Walmart wallet. It could sit in a Fendi wallet, Gucci wallet, doesn't care, right? And so with SandDollar is interoperable, meaning it can sit and move between wallets that aren't from the same provider. And so I could have Canoe, you could have SunCash, vice versa. And we're able to transact without any issues. Very efficient and very easily. And so it's very important that these wallets allow you to hold SandDollars so that you can transact easily.
Central banks, what their whole vision was with SandDollar, they wanted it to be inclusive, they wanted it to be secure and convenient. So all the companies who are trying to provide this solution, we all want to align our goal with that. We want anyone who in the Bahamas, a resident, to be able to transact. Even those who can't open up a bank account for whatever reason should be able to use a digital wallet.
For every shape up, after school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use, it's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas, and best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.bs.
One question that I get asked all the time is, how do I know which wallet to choose? Here in the Bahamas, there are 7 digital wallets, mobile apps that you can download from the Google Play and Apple App Store to send and receive money and do a myriad of other things. They include Cash and Go, Money Max, Mobile Assist, Island Pay, Canoe, Sun Cash, and the Central Bank has a digital wallet that you can download. That's the SandDollar app. So which one do you go with? I want to say this first. Oftentimes, you're not going to find everything you need in one wallet. So it's okay to have more than one wallet. You don't need more than one wallet because with SandDollar, you can use one wallet to transact with, all of the wallets. But there may be a wallet that has, some features that you like and another one that has other features that you like that the other one doesn't have. And so the same way we may bank with different banks, we can have more than one wallet. Let's talk about loading and withdrawing. How do we actually get the money on? What's that process like? And how do we get the money off when we're ready and when we want it? So one is you can go to a wallet provider's location. Some of these wallet providers have physical branches. So Sun Cash, Cash and Go, Money Max, they have physical locations where you can walk in, just like you could walk in or used to be able to walk into a bank and hand cash over the counter. And they would then put the value of that cash onto your digital wallet. Similarly, you can say, hey, I want to withdraw funds from my digital wallet. And they will scan your phone and take off the value of whatever it is that you want from that digital wallet. Now, some of them do have, daily limits of how much you can withdraw, but those locations are there for you to load and withdraw. Wallet providers also have agents. A couple of months ago, I was in Fort Lauderdale and I was at the customer service counter at Walmart. And when I was there, a gentleman came up and he said, hi, I would like to, put some money on my Cash App. And so the customer service rep took the cash at Walmart and loaded money on the gentleman's Cash App account. And so Cash App or Walmart rather, is an agent of Cash App. Same thing here. You have grocery stores, convenience stores, retailers who are agents of some of these digital wallet providers. For example, Super Value is a Canoe agent.
The agent acts as, for lack of a better term, the ATM. So if you want to be able to put money onto your digital wallet or you wanted to withdraw money from your digital wallet, you would have to go to any of our authorized agents.
And you can find that agent list. I see that you guys have that on your website. You can see the agent list on the website. So you go there, you can hand them cash and that those funds are loaded. Is there any cost when persons are handing over the agent cash and requesting for that cash to be loaded onto their
A
wallet?
dollar.
So there is a dollar. Is there a limit to the amount of cash that could be loaded at any one time?
I would say to you, it depends on what level. So that's why we always recommend all of our users, no matter how much you believe you're going to transact on Canoe, to get level 2 verified. And level 2 verified just, requires you to have a piece of ID and to make sure that it's you.
These wallet providers, they're also very much focused on the family islands as well. So they have locations, they have agents in the family islands. The wallet providers, some of them also do have kiosks. They have kiosks where you can go and you can load, as well as some of the kiosks allow you to withdraw. Those kiosks that you have, you said the fast pay. Can you?
Our fast pay ATMs, yes, you can withdraw from your digital wallet at our ATMs. Again, you can withdraw SandDollars there too. So it's not just the SunCash wallet, but any SandDollar enabled wallet you can withdraw for physical cash.
I will say here in New Providence, the wallet provider that really takes home the trophy for providing the most amount of places to load SunCash, hands down. SunCash has, they're connected with the Quick Pay kiosks. Those are those orange machines that you see outside Island Luck. They're also at all of the most of the Esso gas stations. So in the middle of the night, you need to load up a wallet. You can go to an Esso and load that wallet. But you may be on Exuma. Exuma has a nice big cash and go, and that's, centrally, that's really easy to get to. And so cash and go may be your best option because they allow you to load and withdraw from your wallet there.
Cash and Go is a one-stop shop payment center that offers fast and convenient services. We have 13 brick and mortar locations currently, 7 of which are in Nassau, the other 6 obviously in the Family Islands. We have a location in Exuma, Freeport, Bryland, Abaco, San Salvador, and Rigel Island. So we have a pretty good footprint in the Bahamas.
Okay. And so you have the Cash and Go digital wallet. Mm-hmm. When did you come out with it?
Well, we came out with it internally in about May 2020. We worked on it since 2018, getting everything together, making sure it's user friendly, making sure it's secure, most importantly, and make sure it's efficient. And we sent it inside the App Store in July 2020. So it was made available to the public in July 2020. And since then, we've amassed, from July 2020 to now, we've amassed about 18,000 wallet holders who transact daily.
You can also link a debit or credit card to your wallet. So for those of you who have PayPal, you should already be familiar with this, where you've added your different debit and credit cards to PayPal. Same thing with these digital wallets. You can link your debit or credit card. And then when you want to fund your wallet and add funds to your wallet, you can just do a transfer from your debit or credit card. And then lastly, one way to load and withdraw the funds, you can actually send an online bank transfer from a commercial bank account to a SandDollar wallet, so you can receive online bank transfers. And then you can also move your money from your wallet to your bank account. If you don't have a bank account, then you only need the ability to withdraw. But for someone like me, I want to be able to move my funds to my bank account. And I want to be able to do it easily and at a very low cost. The only wallet right now that allows you to move funds to your bank account at no cost is the SandDollar app. Okay, I have conversations with people, but they don't realize if you have more than one digital wallet, you can send SandDollars from one wallet to your other wallet. And so that's what I do, is I send I send a SandDollar. I send SandDollars from a wallet where it's too costly to send to my bank, and I send it to my SandDollar app, and I can do a free bank transfer that way. Have just a few seconds to vent for a little bit, just a little bit. Y'all, I am tired of all these online bank transfers that I have to do over here. I should not have to log into my bank account, set you up as a payee to pay for that pajama set you're selling on Facebook. To me, as a digital wallet user, it's absolutely ridiculous. No judgment. I want to make this a judgment-free zone. I'm just, kind of venting here. But to me, it's crazy that I have to find out what your bank and branch, and is it a savings, and is it a checking, and all of that, just to send a $30 or $40 payment. And so, and to be honest, for me, I think it's actually kind of strange, in that, in this day and time with hackers, I feel like the less information people have about your banking, the safer you are. And so a lot of us, we just give out our banking details, just like phone numbers, to anybody who asks for it. And so there's no, anyone can easily now pick up the phone, call you and say, hello? Yes, I'm calling from so-and-so bank. Yes, I'm calling regarding your savings account at our Shirley Street branch, account number 2225. Yes, you have an incoming payment that we need you to verify. We're going to send you a link to your email. That's Sheandra Newton 2242 at gmail.com. Yes, so we're going to send you a link to verify the payment so that we can release the payment. So this whole time you're thinking, oh yeah, I want my money held up. And so you go on now, you click on the link on this email that you think is from your bank, and you're putting in your username and password, and then you wake up the next morning and all the money is gone. And so I feel that online bank transfers, let me just talk about myself. I personally prefer, with online bank transfers, to do them with people that I have recurring business with, that I have a relationship with. These little one-off transactions like the pajama set on Facebook, to me, that's very easily a digital wallet payment. Let's talk about some ways you can use digital wallets and digital money like SandDollar to really work for you. So the first one is paying mobile vendors and service providers. Oftentimes when the plumber comes, the electrician comes, the mechanic comes, the person selling the fruit salad, we got to run out and get cash from the ATM. With these digital wallets, super convenient. Everybody has a cell phone. And so right then and there, you can pull out your cell phone. The vendor can pull out their cell phone. You can scan each other's phone, or you can get their phone number or their custom name and just put it in your digital wallet, and those funds go to them instantly. Again, these payments are instant. Just like you can send a text message, you can send a digital wallet payment just as fast as that. Next is paying and managing ASU payments. I didn't think of this until I saw someone locally doing this. I was like, that is so savvy. Before, when you're managing an ASU, you have to have a bunch of strangers come into your house, or you got to go and drop off the ASU payment. Now, with these digital wallets and digital money, everybody could be at home, at work, or wherever, and send their payment digitally, to whomever is managing the ASU to their wallet. And for the person who's managing the ASU, think about how much easier it is. You don't have a bunch of cash around. You don't have to think, who was this from? This was from Miss Roll. Did Mr. Edge come pay? With these digital wallets, you have a transaction history. And so you can see, okay, Miss Roll paid on September 12th. Miss Roll has, almost like a receipt, because she has a transaction history of where she would have sent the payment. And then also, the digital wallets provide a place for the ASU payments to be stored. So now you don't have to mix up the ASU money with your personal money if you're managing an ASU. And so super, just really super convenient, great way for those persons who are using it for ASU payments. Kudos to you. I didn't even think of that. So that's super savvy. Third, paying and collecting rent payments. Sometimes you have tenants who don't do online banking, who don't have a bank account. And so, before you had to go running behind collecting the rent, or they had to come to you and drop off the rent. Now, tell those tenants, go to the Google Play Store, go to the Apple App Store, download a digital wallet. There are kiosks, there are physical locations where they can go to load their wallet, and then they can send that transfer to you digitally. And then you, as the landlord, you can move that right into your bank account, whenever you want. And so, again, these digital wallets, digital money, super convenient. Fourth, reimbursing family, friends, and coworkers. Somebody always owes us something, or we always owe somebody something. And so this is a great way. No excuses. Maybe you're out with a set of friends. One person pays the bill, and then everybody else just sends them a payment to their digital wallet. This is happening all around the world, y'all. We are behind, guys. Let's catch up. All right. So fifth, inter-island transfers. So traditionally, normally when we want to send money to people on the family islands or on different islands, we would put them funds on their gaming accounts. Some of the gaming houses, they're cutting down on that. They're restricting some of that activity. And so SandDollar digital wallets, very easy. Somebody in Andros, somebody in Long Island, somebody in Nassau, they can transact. And again, instant payments. And then you can go and you can walk into a digital wallet provided location. You can go to a kiosk nearby and withdraw those funds if you need to, or you can spend it with merchants that accept SandDollar.
If you do not have a SunCash wallet, you may not be as tech savvy, you may not have gotten around to downloading any digital wallet. You can still do what we call phone to store transactions.
How do I do that? With the phone to store feature.
So you click send, and then it would be send phone to store. It's going to tell you that you need to enter the person's government issued ID name or the name on their identification. That's so we ensure, that's another security feature we have in place to ensure that the name match of the person that's coming in store to collect those funds. So you type in your cousin's name and you type in the amount that you would like to send to them, and it instantly gives you what we call a cash out code or a tracking number. That's a 10-digit code. They go to our store on Andros with that code and an ID. Let's say his name is Sherwin Williams. So it says that it'll send you an SMS, a notification letting you know, hey, Shiandra, you sent Sherwin Williams $100 with cash out code, and it'll give you the code. And they will also get a text message letting them know that, hey, Sherwin, you received $100 cash out code from Shiandra. So he goes into the store with that code and the ID, and the frontline associate or the cashier that's ringing him up would just give him the funds.
I love that. Because you do have a lot of people, particularly, especially maybe if you're dealing with someone who may be older.
Yeah.
Grammy doesn't, and by the way, I think a lot of times we underestimate our senior citizens. You do
We definitely do.
We do. And so you do have a lot of senior citizens who are there WhatsApping, and they have their smartphone and they're using it and they can use it. But for those who, you do have some who just, they don't want to use it at all. They don't want to even try, or they are much older, and so they're more comfortable being offline. So this can go, I can, as a digital user, I can use my digital wallet, my SunCash wallet, send those funds. Grammy and Andros can make her way to your store there, and she can collect the cash.
Yep. All she has to do when she shows up, just provide them an ID and the code, and they give her the cash.
Sixth, you can use these digital wallets as a digital piggy bank. So a lot of the digital wallet providers, they do have age restrictions on their wallets, but there's nothing stopping you as a parent from putting a digital wallet on your child's cell phone, and setting that up. And then as they do their chores, as they make good grades, the little allowance that you give them, you can just easily send a transfer to their digital wallet on their phone. So the next time you're at the grocery store and your child is saying, mommy, I want this chip, I want, this set of cookies or whatever, let them use their digital wallet. All right, or you could take them to a digital wallet provider and you can withdraw the cash whenever you're ready for them to have that. But it makes a really good little piggy bank for the kids. A digital wallet provider who's really sort of doing a lot of work in this space is Canoe. Canoe, they're really focused now on building out these cashless school campuses. And so their first school campus is Queens College. And so when I sat down with Canoe, with Siaska Adderley from Canoe, I had her tell me, a little bit about what they're doing there at Queens College. So take a look. Siaska, Canoe is doing a lot of great stuff in this space. You recently partnered up with Queens College to be able to assist them with cashless purchases on campus. Talk to us about what you're doing there at QC.
So, like I always say, Canoe exists to give people the power to prosper. So, why should our children get left behind, right? So, QC, we approached QC and they became our first school to go cashless, our cashless campus. So, what that entails is the student has a smart ID that identifies them as a student of Queens College, but that ID also allows them to make digital purchases through the campus. So, what does that mean? You're rushing, you're taking your kids to school, you forget to give them lunch money. No problem. Rather than go, oh Lord, I dig it up in my bag, or oh, I gotta go to the ATM and come right back. You don't got time for that. You're done late for work. You gotta get your kid to school. They gotta be to school for 8:10, 8:15. She on Reno, them bells, right? We gotta be there, right? So what this now do is the convenience for the parent because it's linked to your Canoe app. So
The digital wallet.
right? So I could be right there in the schoolyard and send the money to my son or my daughter, and then I go about my business to work, right? It also alleviates the safety hazard of your kid carrying around a bunch of cash and somebody bullying them and taking their money from them and all that. And you can't explain, I give Johnny $20 and he come home and he don't have none. And I try and explain why, you know. It also teaches children responsibility. So this ID is important, not only because it identifies me as a student of Queens College, but my money on it and my parents could see the money I have on it. And that's the beautiful thing too, because it's connected to your Canoe app. So I could see, well, okay, Johnny usually spends $20 on a date, but today he spent 40. Yeah, Johnny got a new friend. Johnny got a girlfriend. What Johnny trying to do? You know what I mean? So I am able to watch and see where he spent it, how he spent it, and we could have a conversation. So that's the beauty of that. And from a CAF perspective, for the merchant that runs the cafeteria for that school, he now can take a better look at his inventory and say, okay, what is popular? What do I need more of? What do I need less of? I could kind of pattern their shopping habits. I need more of this in the morning because they come for this in the morning, or I need more of this in the afternoon. So it's a win-win for the entire Queens College community, and it's been working well.
Another way these digital wallets and SandDollar in particular can be of great value, of great benefit to you is if you are unable to open a bank account for whatever reason. Maybe you don't meet the necessary KYC requirements. You're not able to provide the documents, all of the documents that are needed, or maybe you do have all of the documents, but you've gotten this job and it's going to take a while to open the bank account because they are not, the next appointment is in for, depending on what island you're on, it could sometimes be months. And so, but you need some means of being able to give this employer banking information. SandDollar is integrated with the ACH, the Automated Clearinghouse network. What that is that's the network where online bank transfers happen between different financial institutions. And so the employer can send an online bank transfer from their commercial bank account to your digital wallet. It's no different than the employees who have a commercial bank account. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to download one of the digital wallets that has online bank transfers. You're going to tell the employer, my bank is Central Bank. It's not really. This is just for formatting purposes for when they enter it into the system. But the bank is Central Bank. The branch is SandDollar, and the account number, you're going to get the account number from the digital wallet. It's in there, and you're going to give them that account number. And the savings, the account type is a savings account. And so that's it. So anyone asks you for your banking details, that's the information you're going to give them. You don't need to provide any additional, oh, I don't have a bank account. No, you need my information. Here it is.
We talk about unbanked, underbanked, people with unfair access. I know how difficult it is to even just to move countries and obtain a bank account. It doesn't matter what my own credit history is or what my status is in another country. I just know the hoops that you have to go through to do that. And a digital currency and wallets really offers the opportunity for folks to be able to manage their funds and be part of the economy in a way that is sometimes very difficult when you don't have a commercial bank account.
If you are somebody who is unbanked, but you want to be digital, having a digital wallet from Mobile Assist gives you that flexibility, because I can be paid directly to my employer. I don't have to have a commercial bank account. That money comes directly into my SandDollar account, and I can take those funds now and I can spend them wherever Mobile Assist is accepted or utilized, or SandDollar is accepted or utilized in the country. And I can also transition those over to a Visa card that's literally accepted globally and worldwide. And so this particular Visa card is a rewards Visa card, which means that what comes with that card automatically is discounts to over 350,000 retailers in the US. And so that Visa card requires an application process where KYC is required. And mainly this is basically proof of identification and proof of address. That information is sent to our Visa partner. Once you're approved, you then get a Visa card. So you have a virtual card and you have a physical card that comes to you and delivered to you. And you can spend that money anywhere Visa is accepted, including going to an ATM, literally anywhere in the world, and taking the cash out. And so we give you that complete flexibility with respect to how your money moves around.
Next is send funds internationally. So maybe you're someone who you have family who lives in Jamaica, who lives in Haiti, who lives in the States abroad or wherever, Guyana, and you often send Western Union and MoneyGram transfers. And, going and standing on the line takes a lot of time. So you do have digital wallets like SunCash, like Cash and Go, like MoneyMax. Those, I believe, are the three wallets that offer those money transfers, international money transfers. So Cash and Go is your MoneyGram, and MoneyMax and SunCash would be your Western Union. Yeah, so you can actually send those Western Union payments through the app as well.
Yes, you can send and receive Western Union transactions within our app. So if you want to send to anywhere in the world, it has to be done, of course, via Western Union. If you want to receive a transfer, it is received via Western Union, and we place those funds inside your SandDollar balance the same way we do in store, where if somebody sends you funds, we give you BS dollars back.
Okay, so can someone who's abroad send a Western Union to my son, to Western Union to me? I receive it. It comes automatically to my wallet, or is there some step that I have to do in order to get it?
No, you would have to be KYC upgraded, of course. The same requirements within the store to receive a Western Union transaction would be the same requirements within the app. So you would just have to upload, if you are a Bahamian, your passport. If you do not have a valid Bahamian passport, you could use your voter's card and NIB card, or voter's card and driver's license. If you are a non-resident or non-Bahamian, you use your passport and whatever status card you may have, a permit or something of that sort. So We do all of that digitally. We step you through it, all of the questions, everything that's required in store, it's asked digitally. You have to take a selfie with your identification, upload your identification, which is then approved. It is a one-time process, so it's
I was
not
going to
something
say
you
that.
have to do every time you receive a transaction. Once you're in the system, you are good to go until those government-issued IDs expire. We do prompt you, I believe the month before it expires. Every time you log in, we prompt you to let you know that your documents are about to expire, upload some new ones, and until they expire, of course, you're free to transact. Once you receive those transactions, you're good to go. So to receive a Western Union transaction, you actually have to enter the MTCN. So we have AI and everything in there that ensures that the information is correct or matches it. So once you type in that MTCN, it checks inside Western Union system to ensure that you're the person or the name on the wallet is the same name that's attached to the transaction. It ensures that you have all of your KYC documents approved, and it instantly credits it to your account.
Which shows up and then shows
It
up in the
shows
wallet.
in your SunCash SandDollar balance, yes.
Okay. With one of the other wallet providers, they offer Western Union transfers in their app. So you offer MoneyGram in your app.
Yes, you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave the comfort of your home or wherever you're at. You don't have to go in store. You don't have to wait on any line. You can just do it out of the comfort of your home or your office, or I don't want to say in the car, but you understand what I'm saying. The comfort
Yeah.
of
Yeah. So these long lines that I be seeing wrap around the building, it's not
Mhm.
necessary, right?
No, it's not. It's not necessary. It's not necessary.
If you would like to learn more about the wallet providers who were featured on today's show, go to the YouTube channel, the Money Sense YouTube channel. I will be posting my interviews with each of those wallet providers. My dad always used to say, there ain't no free lunch. You know,
Right.
nowhere. There ain't no free lunch.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the fees.
That
Mhm.
merchant just got its money.
And that's in SandDollars, right?
Yes.
If you go there and you don't see it yet, it will be up soon. And that's why, if you haven't, you should subscribe to the YouTube channel because you're going to get those notifications that I have uploaded a new video.
The first thing that ever happened when I got to the Bahamas and they said, "Oh, I said, oh, yeah, I come from PayPal. Oh, my PayPal account."
Also, follow the show on social media. Money Sense with Sheandra is on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We are even on LinkedIn. So follow the show on social media as well.